All right, I just got a couple of puzzles in the mail. Let's check them out. I think I know what these are. Yeah. All right. We'll save that one. That's gonna be cool. Okay, so we got the circular Megaminx with corners. And first thing I notice is it is bigger than the one with just the circular face with only edges. Let's see how it turns, especially compared to the MF8 planets, and talk about modding. Oh my gosh, that's nice. Little bit of lube on the outside, not bad. It turns really smooth. All these faces are zero faces, which means it doesn't present too much more of a challenge than a standard Megaminx. And having the corners are always going to be in their orbit. Actually, the same can be said for the edges too, since all these faces are zero faces. So, what I've heard is that people are taking the core out and sanding some parts off of it to turn a zero face into a one face. And if that's the case, I'm going to order another one of these and be able to make the Planet series. So this is the MF8 circular Megaminx. And the turning quality is not as good. But these are still really fun puzzles. And I have, I think, Jupiter and Mercury. So I can create the whole series of planets. Let's look at this puzzle. Yes, I'm excited. Oh my gosh, can you guess which this one is? Did I put it in the description? You already know. It's the circular 5x5. Oh, wow. Oh, that turns smooth too. What happens if we turn these two layers? Yeah, it's like I expected. It is attached to the middle layer. Okay, okay. Yeah, let's turn the first two layers all around it and make sure, yep, all the centers are attached to that middle layer. This is definitely the first mass-produced 5x5 circle cube, and I have to say, it turns really well. I'm really excited about this. As a quick note, if you're not trying to change the face types of either of these puzzles, I believe that you don't need these little corner pieces. So you're fine buying the versions of these puzzles that don't have the little corner pieces. Let's have some fun and scramble this up, and I'm going to give it a solve. They included some instructions in the box, which is helpful. It's a really smooth moving puzzle. I'm exercising a little bit of caution here. We want to make sure everything's lined up. It's looking really cool. So yeah, that's what it looks like scrambled. And yeah, I'll see if I can solve it. This puzzle is presenting a very fun and unique challenge for me. I intuitively solved the pieces here in the center, except for the corners. And I mean intuitively, it took me a long time. I didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't looking at the instructions. But once I solved these pieces, I noticed that on the flip side, these were all solved as well. And I went on to the sides here, because I'm doing the centers, and I got across first. And then I was able to fill in these, and these filled in, and so now I've got these pieces to swap with these pieces. And I've been looking at the instructions a little bit. They use a T, which means 2 layers. I get it. I picked up on it. I'm using this a little bit, so we'll see. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this. All right, I solved the puzzle. It took me longer than I expected. I imagined that my next solves are going to go a lot quicker. Once I got the circles done, minus the corners, they're kind of irrelevant. The solve was intuitive, like solving a crazy 3x3 where all the faces are 0 faces. Pairing up edges is just like doing a normal 5x5. I really like the texture of this puzzle. It's kind of a matte texture, and the colors are really bright. I have to say though, don't try to make quick turns, or you can possibly pop the puzzle. It's like playing that game Operation. Oh, and as you can see, I was terrible at that game because I have twitches. I could never be a surgeon. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got a square peg in a round hole. No, we've got some stuff going on in here. Let's see. Let's remove this stuff. I think I'll be able to get this back together. It shouldn't be too hard. Let me use my tweezers. Yeah, let's take this out too. Interesting. So, it's rectangular. One side is flat and the other is curved. Interesting. Well, I don't know a lot about this kind of stuff, so here you go. Here's the mechanism. You tell me what you think. So I tried to change the face type on this light blue face, and as you can see, it's now a 1 face. It also, you know, spins on its own. But I have, see, there you go. I have done some work to keep the center. Sometimes that happens because I've got it tightened up in a way that tries to keep this center circle with this outer edge, and so everything's a little tighter and the turning quality has gone down, and so I'm about to take it apart and show you what I did and just free it up a little more. So like I expected, this turns independently, and sometimes it will not stay with the outer face. So yeah, let me open it up and kind of show you what I did and what my thinking is, and you know, we're almost there. It's a great idea to be able to change the face type. So I sanded off the edges of the pentagon at the end of the centerpiece. And then what I did was I wrapped the upper centerpiece in tape so it would create a tight fit around the pieces and then drag them with them. But I could see how that affected the rest of the puzzle. Take the screw out here. I was hoping this tape would it should be hexagonal around this upper part, excuse me, pentagonal, and then that way could grip the insides of those pieces. But I'm gonna take this tape off and we'll see what it's like where I just have this part of the mechanism rounded. See if I could take this tape off. I wrapped it with a lot of tape. It's a neat puzzle as it is. I was just really hoping I could change the cores and have a better turning Megaminx Planet series, but that's okay. Almost got it. Okay, I think that's enough. Just put this back in. The turning's much better now across all the faces since I removed the tape naturally. But as you can see, the circle sometimes stays still. Yeah. Anybody have any experience with this? Alright, I'm going to wrap up this video. I really like this, and I'm excited to solve it again. Highly recommend it. I recently finished stickering my planet cubes. The Before Bandaging Jupiter, Mercury and Saturn with 2 faces. Stickers are a little bit bigger than the ones, the MF8 ones, but I think it still looks great. And Venus, the 4-circle cube. I had a great idea, and that was to make mirror extensions for the Venus 4-circle cube and a mirror extensions for Saturn, the standard Saturn that has what does Saturn have? Saturn would have 2 0 faces. Yeah, Saturn would have only 2 0 faces. And Venus has 4 0 faces and 2 1 faces. So they're opposite puzzles. And the Saturn, between the Saturn and the Venus, I'd be able to swap out the pieces to make all the different puzzles and have the mirror variations of 2-face cubes, the standard planet mirror cubes, a mirror 4-circle cube. It'd be great. I hope you enjoyed the video.